I want us to reflect upon the purpose behind the month of Ramadan, because when we understand the purpose behind something, we have a means by which we can measure how effective our month of Ramadan is. We can make changes to make sure that we get the most out of this month. This purpose has been described to us by Allah Azza wa Jal in the Quran after saying, "A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim." Allah Azza wa Jal said, the translation of which is, "O you who believe, fasting has been made obligatory for you, as it was made obligatory for those who came before you, so that you may achieve taqwa." Taqwa is the primary reason behind the month of Ramadan. So the next natural question is, what is taqwa? Taqwa is to do as much as you can to become more obedient to Allah and less disobedient to Allah. The more obedience you do, the more prayers, the more fasting, the more good you do, the more hope you have in Allah, and the more affection you have for Allah and for the less fortunate, the closer you come towards taqwa. On the other hand, the less disobedience you do, the less haram, the less backbiting, lying, harm, sinful actions, and the less looking at haram and listening to haram, the closer you become towards taqwa. So, Allah Azza wa Jal told us, "La'allakum tatakun." This month has been established for us and prescribed for us so that we can become more obedient to Allah and less disobedient towards Allah. We have to ask ourselves throughout the month, on day 1 of Ramadan, day 2 of Ramadan, day 3 of Ramadan, am I becoming more obedient to Allah and less disobedient to Allah? If that is the case, then we need more of the same. If you find that there's some disobedience creeping in after Maghrib, we need to take that out, because Ramadan is a training program to become more obedient to Allah and less disobedient to Allah. We need to use this as our objective. We need to walk through this month and go through this month with the idea in mind that we are trying to become trained to be more obedient and less disobedient. We need to have the intention that this obedience and avoiding haram is something that will last beyond Ramadan, insha'Allah, because there's no point in us becoming obedient and then leaving that on the day of Eid. We want to be a people who, insha'Allah, start off with the intention of making a permanent change to become a better Muslim. Wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wa salat wa salam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een.